Yo, what is up, YouTube? This is I Love Beers, and I'm playing a little bit of different game this time. This time I'm playing Path of Exile. This is a free-to-play game. It is on Steam. It's been out for a while. If I had to say something, it's a lot like D2. D2 mixed with its own style, though. But if you want a game that's closest, it would be the I'm in a party right now. We are going to kill a boss called Piety. I could solo her, but it's a lot better to show you in a party. It gets really fun that way. But yeah, she's pretty easy. Like I said, I can solo her. I need to catch up to my party. Drop back, says streaming. Anyways, this game's really fun. You know, it's pretty much a big dungeon crawler, RPG, all that good stuff. You get your skills right down here. You get your health potions, your flasks, and all that good stuff. Your inventory, your armor, and everything. And what's unique about this game is, in this game, your skills, there's not a skill tree necessarily for skills. I will show you the talent tree. This is the fucking talent tree. And there's 6 characters, I think, right now. But there's over like 1,000 talents, so it's crazy variety. Those are all passive, though. Most of them are just passive. There's no active skill tree. What happens is, I'm kind of leeching here, but oh well, is you get these gems, like Leech Life, Faster Attacks, Cyclone, which is my main spell right here, and those gems are your skills, pretty much. So you don't get your skills through a skill tree like in D2. All your skills are linked to gems, so that way you can build any way you want and switch the build at any time. And also, in this game, you can change that build by getting refund points, and you can get those also by using a currency called Orb of Regrets. So as you can see, I have my Cyclone here. I have Leap Slam and Heavy Strike, which is this right there, where I just hit the monster. I also have a Curse spell, which, if I can use it here, as you can see, this game gets pretty hectic. But as you can see how it puts it over their heads, this makes me able to leech life better, and it also gives me a chance to get an endurance charge, which is part of my, an endurance charge is a part of my passive skills that pretty much give me extra defense and all that, and reduce physical. And I'm going to die here. I'm going to pot up, use my granite flats, don't die, don't die. But when I have linked, there's also support gems. I know I'm going through this all fast, but what I suggest, if this does look interesting to you, is to check out the game yourself. It is really fun. But with support gems, what happens is it adds bonuses to your skills. But what needs to be done is it needs to be linked. You see this little link here? It needs to be linked to that skill. So as you can see, I have Cyclone here. I have melee physical damage. So it increases the melee physical damage by 46%. I leech 7.9% of my damage when using Cyclone. It 39% increase attack speed when I use this. And I have Leap Slam up there, which shouldn't be there. I should have item quantity, so I get more items dropped. And, you know, there's just so many builds out there. That's what's so great about this game. And everyone in the skill tree can do any build, pretty much. I mean, there's certain limitations, you know, where you can't go all the way around the tree. At that point, you'd be too weak, but pretty much the builds are endless. You can come up with any build you want, you know, try them all out, respec them, all that good stuff. Another great thing about this game is currency. As you can see here, we have a portal scroll. This is a piece of currency. There's no coins in this game, no cash like that. It's all items and then currency items, which have a certain value. And there's a bunch of them. You know, they all do special stuff to items and stuff. Like you have Scrolls of Wisdom, which are probably the most basic, right there. And what happens is they identify an item. Portal scrolls open up portals so you can head back and forth between the town and the place you're going through the dungeon. And then there's other ones that modify items, like you turn a white item right here into a magic item, turn it into a rare item. You know, you can add new properties to it, randomize the properties, stuff like that. It's just endless what you can do in this game. It's really, really cool. And there's 3 acts currently. So you have 3 different acts to go through with 3 different difficulties. So it's quite a long playthrough. It's pretty long. I'd say to get through all 3 acts in all 3 playthroughs, it'll take it easily 10 plus hours. That's if you grind non-stop. and you're really good at this. Like, the first time you play through this, oh man, it can get a little hectic, and it will take you a while. You're constantly respecing, learning what to do, learning the quest. But once you get a hang of it, you know, you can run an act within 2-3 hours. But you will need to stop and farm once you get to the second and third difficulty, because your levels just won't keep up with the levels of a place. I already mentioned skill gems and everything, currency. Oh man, that's one thing I do not like. So we'll talk about some of the dislikes of this. First is desync. The way the server works is it tries to predict where you're going to go, and if you don't go where it wants you to go, or you know, it might desync a little bit, and that will cause you to look like you're somewhere else when you're really not. And it will cause you to die many times, especially when you're new. Eventually you'll learn a little bit more about the game and how it works and what desync, you know, you'll learn to tell when you're desyncing and stuff. As you can see, there's a rare item. But that is my biggest issue. It has led to so many of my deaths. It's even made me not want to play hardcore mode. There's a bunch of different modes in this game. I'm playing standard right now. What happens is you die, you lose some XP, all that good stuff. But there's other modes like hardcore mode, and that is a bitch with desync and my school internet, because my school internet is pretty shit. What happens, oh my god, this is just getting crazy in here. Somebody's got, as you can see, monsters have buffs, and there's a boss in there that was not allowing us to, oh, I won that chrono one. He keeps all of his allies invincible, so he couldn't kill the other guy, so he killed the boss. But hardcore mode, what happens is if you die, your character will go down to normal mode. So if you really like a challenge and you don't want to die, then that's for you. If you die and you want to continue playing hardcore, you'll have to make another character. They also have domination, which adds like cool shit to monsters. They have cool abilities and shit. And you can tag like shrines to get those abilities and stuff. And they have a Nemesis League. I forgot what that has in it, but there's some really cool leagues, which are really awesome. And for the final thing they have, which I'm trying to get into, I don't think I'm good enough yet to quite run it, is a race. And what happens is you have to make a new character. You don't get access to any of your previous items. And what happens is when you make that character, it's a race. And you race against other people in the race, and you start from scratch. Some of the races, it depends what kind of race it is, will give you starting items. Others won't, and you see who gets the highest level by the end. They do have categories for the best in each class. Top 10, I think you get points in. Other than that, you don't get anything. But you know, the higher up you are, the more points you get. At the end of the season, they hand out rewards, which are unique items to people that did really well and gathered enough race points. But those are really fun, really cool. Ooh, an Orbachance. That's not mine. Give me... Yes, Orbachance, mine. Oh god, somebody's slowing me down. But those are really fun, really fast paced. You know, you're constantly checking out new builds. You got to do stuff on the fly as fast as you can. And once you really get the hang of this game, they're really fun to do. And hopefully here in a week or two, I'll try my first race out and see how that goes. I might post a video on it. But other than that, there's just so much to go over about this game. I'm just trying to give you guys a little overview. Skills are awesome. I'm glad that they're not, you know, limited to each class. And every class has such diversity. It's crazy. It's awesome. I love it. I'll show you. Wow, somebody got unique right there. You guys see that? It was this color. These are uniques. That one wasn't too great, but still, uniques are unique. Really nice. There is different... I'll have to show you guys some currency and what they do back at once I get to my stash. I'll go over what stashes do. That's where you, of course, it's like a bank. You store your items. You have a stash for each different kind of league. Like you have a hardcore stash, a domination stash, a nemesis stash, and a standard stash. And those stashes, any character that you make on those leagues can access them unless it's a race. Then you won't have access to your stash. But they'll be able to access them and use any of the items there. But if that character drops out of that league, they won't be able to use the stash. But you can store all your items in there. It's really sweet. It's pretty badass. There's something I was going to say. Maps. That's the endgame content. That's what I was going to say. Once you beat the game on all 3 difficulties, I just did this, you start getting maps on the 3rd difficulty about halfway in, and what that means is their endgame content where it randomly generates a map and they have certain debuffs. I'll show you one when I go back. We're almost finished here. I will show you one when we go back to town in my stash. They have random debuffs and stuff on them, but they yield like higher quantities and stuff. And, you know, you can mod them out, change them with your currency to get what you want. Like if that map's too hard, you know, you might not want to do it, etc., etc. Let me just put portal dinner in case we die. I guess we're putting one in here, but it's great endgame content, and it'll keep you busy for a while, and it's pretty fun. Perhaps one of the best endgame contents I've seen. You know, you're not refarming the same thing over and over. You get to farm something completely new and exciting, you know. And it's really great endgame content, and like I said, I'll show you that right after this. So we're in the boss room. I hate to break it to you, but if you're interested in playing this game, you might want to turn off the video now, because I will show you one of the bosses, one of the final bosses. This is the second to the last final boss in the game. So if you don't want to see the fight, turn it off now. If you want to see what boss fight's like, you can keep it going. I'm probably going to die, though. It's 6 man. It's going to suck. Let me change to my other maul, my unique maul. Oh, whoa, lag. Okay, so yeah, we'll go with this maul. It increases my XP, but, oh man. Oof. Ooh, lag. Alright, so let's go fight her. Her name's Piety. Right there she is. Man, she's got some health. But anyways, let's get in here. This is what I hate sometimes. This is desync right there. As you can see, I tried stopping, spinning, and it won't let you, and sometimes you're not there where you're supposed to be. It shows you somewhere, and you're really not there. So, where is she? Let me move. Where is she? Oh shit, she's got her arrow phase. You always want to dodge that. She goes into these portals and kill them off. Kill off the blue ones, they suck. Alright, there she is. This team does not know what they're doing. Come here, come here. There we go. Let's just spin on top of her. But what I'm building right now is a Cyclone Marauder. The Marauder is very tanky. Spin on her. There we go, get her health back. He tends to be very tanky style, but like I said, you can go all the way around the skill tree. Each person has a starting node on the skill tree, so, you know, some builds are a little bit better to do with them because, you know, they start closer to the magic stuff or whatever it is. But, you know, you can pretty much build anyone anyways. I've seen Spellcaster Marauders. I mean, it's pretty much however you want. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hide. Oh man. Oh. Damn. That was close. Usually boss fights end this long. I can kill her in like 20 seconds if it's just me, but she has 6 times the HP, so, you know, and it's a lot harder to do it with 6 people, but you get a lot more loot. Like, you'll see this loot explosion at the end, and it's crazy. This is a really great game. You know, I'll go more in depth if you guys want me to in another video, explaining skills and everything. I'm not really that great at it, as I'm still kind of figuring out myself. Spin onto her. No, help. Help. Oh god, see, desync. Right there. Perfect example. I thought I was over there underneath her, and boom, the server's like, no. You were over here. You were over here the whole fucking time. Where is she? Oh boy. She's got her arrows out again. Let's hide back here. Bitch. Why'd everybody leave? Okay, more loot for me, I guess. Just 2 of us. Everybody's like, fuck this shit. Come on. That's the biggest problem with this game, is desync. That's why I gave up on hardcore. I probably won't ever play it again. Maybe if I get a more stable internet connection as well. The school internet constantly goes out. So, you know, I'm constantly dying. Hardcore is definitely if you really want a challenge and you like that. Where is she going? There she is. Come here. Come here. Let me at her. Let me at her. I'll show you some unique items. They're really cool too right after this. I know this is going to be a long video. Stop making her run away! I can't catch her. But they're really cool, and I'll show you some of them. Did she die? There we go. Where is she? Oh, she's right there. Come here, you bitch. I put on my other mod because I'll show you what that mod does. My unique one and why I put this one on. Come here. Bam, dried lake map. It's pretty sweet. Pick up all the loot, but as you can see, big ass fucking loot explosion. There we go. We got all the rare items. So let's head back to town. I'll show you guys some of the stuff that you can do with items. Some of the cool stuff. I'll probably end the video there. So that way, you know, there's just so much to go over. I can make some little guides and stuff if you guys want me to. But right here, see the colors of the sockets? Let me leave this party. As you can see, it is green, red, blue. If they're all linked like this, you can sell it to this guy for a chromatic orb, which is really cool. So I'll just show you a vendor recipe. There's a bunch of different vendor recipes. As you can see, I got one of these. And those just reforges the colors of the socket. So, you know, you gotta have the right color gem to fit in the right color socket. So let's just sell some of this. As you can see, I'm using my scrolls of wisdom to identify. This is junk. And on sell, I get alteration shards, which turn into these. There's so much currency in this game. Hand axe, junk. Yeah, we'll just sell all this. I'm not too worried about. Let me just check that one. Those can be really good. Increased spell damage. Not quite good enough. So anyways, you know, as you can see, you get some currency when selling to the vendor.
Stay out of the shadows.
Now, here's a map. This is the end game map. And what happens is you put it into place and randomly generate a map that is dried lakes. But what happens is, as you can see here, this is all my currency down here and some of my maps. So let's say these currency right here turn an item into a magic item, which is blue, which is a step up from white. So there we go. So as you can see, it added in, I get item quantity of 18%, so I get 18% more items, and monsters fire 2 additional projectiles. So I want to go a little harder, because I can do a little harder map. So I'm going to Alteration it, which reforges a magic item with new random properties. So there we go. They deal 90% extra damage as cold, and I lost item quantity. No thanks. Players recover life 50% slower. Definitely not, because I'm lifesteal. 23% more magic monsters, and they fire 4 additional projectiles. That is definitely worth it. That's a pretty good map. Magic monsters are blue monsters. Monsters can come in rarity. They come in white, which is standard. Blue monster mobs, which come in blue packs, which are magic monsters. They drop more gear, a little more XP. Rare monsters, which are kind of like mini bosses. They usually have a name, and they drop a lot more loot. Not as quite as much as XP. And then named monsters, which are also mini bosses or bosses. And as you can see, we killed Piety there, who, you know, she's a boss. Like this right here, blacksmith's whetstones, you can add these to your weapons, and as you can see, the quality plus 20% up there, that's what it makes my weapon. So I have more damage and stuff. You can add this to your armor, so it has more damage. These right here turn normal item into a rare item, Orb of Alchemy. These chaos orbs, which are really valuable, reforges a rare item with a new random property. These let you get a skill refund point. These improve the quality of map. Improve the quality of a flask, which you have right here, which do extra stuff. So it'll give it more charges and uses and all that. These reforges an item with a random number of sockets, so you can go from like a 4-socketed item to a 6-socketed, which is max on a chest and weapon, or you could go from 4 down to 1 socket. It's just completely random. These right here add links to an item. And here's some of my uniques. Most of them are shit. You find these a lot. All these are uniques. So just to give you an example, uniques are really cool. I have a 2-handed mace here. It does 180 physical to 243. It has a 20% increased stun duration on enemies, which almost all maces have if they're 2-handed. They'll have that. It has 150% increased physical damage, 50% increased attack speed, 48% reduced rarity of an items found, 48% reduced experience gain, 2% of physical attack damage leached as mana. Now what happens with this, as you can see, it's a great mace. Look at the attack speed, 1.8. Most 2-handed mauls have like 1.2. So it's crazy fast, but as you can see, I lose half my XP and half the rarity of items found. So what I do is, I only pull this out when I go to bosses. I'll get them really low, and then I'll switch back to this mace, and kill him with that, so that way I don't lose the XP on the big boss or the rarity to get, uniques. And let's see, what else can we do? Orb of Chance. These are really cool. Let me see if they have an item in the vendor.
Need some help.
So, she doesn't have anything. Damn it. We'll just chance this, even though I don't really want to. But they can turn an item into a unique, rare, or magic item. It's completely random. As you can see, we only got a magic item, and it's trash. So sell that. But there's just so much you can do. I'm going to stop talking there, guys. If this looks interesting to you, check it out. It's pretty fun. It's really fun. I've been loving it. Most uniques, they have niche builds where they have something really good, but they also take something away. So they're really cool like that. So they're not completely OP. Like the best helmet you can wear, it's really good, but you can't wear a chest plate with it, which is, it's crazy. Like, there goes a lot of my armor and stuff. But anyways, I'm going to stop blabbing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want me to go more in depth on things about this game and what you can learn, like all the vendor recipes and stuff, I will do that. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.